Hello, friends, and welcome to the AP Computer Science Summer Training. We're so excited to have you join us. This training is sponsored by the Alabama State Department of Education and hosted by the wonderful team at A Plus College Ready. So let's talk about what this week will look like. We have 4 days of training. Day 1 will cover Units 1 and Unit 2, Digital Information and the Internet. Day 2, Unit 3, which covers Programming Basics with Snap. Unit 4 on day 3, which will go over lists and loops with Snap. And on day 4, we'll do a preview of the second semester College Board information and requirements. Now, our summer training will cover the info needed to get through the first semester, and the fall conference, which is scheduled for October 23rd and 24th in Birmingham, will cover the second semester prep. So on day 1, we'll take a look at Python programming and the Create PT, and on day 2, we'll look at data and cybersecurity and global impact. So let's talk about logistics, just to give you an idea of how we're going to accomplish our goals for this training. Each day, we will begin with a meeting that will last about 30 to 60 minutes. You'll then have time to work in breakout rooms on various assignments. From 11 to 2, facilitators will host office hours, so you can jump in with any questions or engage in discussion in real time with your facilitators. Facilitators will then have a lunch break from 12 to 1, which might be a great time for you as well. I know you first lunch wave teachers may not be able to make it to then, but that's okay. That afternoon, we'll have more time in breakout rooms, and then we'll all come back together again to close out the day and answer any questions that you have. Now, all assignments for that day are due by 11:59 that night. We really want you to keep up with the daily assignments so you can be prepared for the next day. However, we do understand that working from home has its challenges, and although we're officially done on Thursday, you will have until noon on Friday to turn all of your assignments in so that you can receive credit for the training. But hopefully, everyone will finish on Thursday and we'll have Friday off. So, our norms for this training. Please be present through this week. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic training. You're going to gain so much information. You're going to be more confident in your skills to go into the fall to help teach our students. Use your camera during sessions if possible. Please mute when you're not talking so we could avoid that background noise. Complete all of the assignments the best that you can. And if you struggle, ask for help. Your facilitator will be available through the chat feature on Canvas when you're working on your own. And understand that there is a healthy work through your struggle component to computer science, but sometimes you get stuck and you need support. And just know that we're going to be there to help you with that. Now, for our course philosophy, we know that computer science is new for so many of us. It's different than some areas that we are already experts in. Some of you may have some computer science training, may have a degree in computer science, a computer science background, but so many do not. This might even be your first ever class in computer science. So just understand that this PD is really going to focus on teacher content knowledge and make sure that you have a baseline of understanding, because to teach you must know. However, really, you are really going to be in the role of lead learner your first year, and embrace that. Be honest with your students that you're all in this together. Sometimes you'll be the expert in the room, and sometimes it might be a student who knows a little bit more. And like I mentioned earlier, embrace the productive struggle. Learning something new should be a challenge. And as you develop, you'll know when you need to reach out for help and call in reinforcements. As far as student learning, it's not hard unless someone tells you that it's hard. So we don't want to make our students anxious by jumping in to say, oh, this is going to be hard. This is going to be difficult. Let's let our students work through and progress that on their own. We want them, just as you, to embrace the productive struggle. We want them to be able to explore and discover. And really, we want them to learn, which is essential in computer science because it is ever evolving. So there's always something new to learn. We want to make sure they get those foundational concepts that they can add to later. So let's take a look at day 1. Unit 1, digital information, and Unit 2, the internet. We're going to cover Unit 1 in the morning and Unit 2 in the afternoon. You'll have assignments as we go through. Some discussions will be programs. Some you may have to submit a file or a screenshot to upload. But here's the agenda for day 1. This is also on Canvas. As you go through the course, you'll navigate by clicking next. And let me just show you a canvas what it's going to look like on Canvas. So I'm here on the morning session looking at all of the assignments. As I go through, I'm going to click next. You'll notice we have a pacing guide that talks about the different things that you'll cover in Unit 1, and I go through next. Please pay attention as you go through each of these lessons. But as you go through, you'll see the teacher resources, information that you need to do beforehand. Now, all of the lessons that you go through will not have a PD assignment attached to them. Some will, some may not. If it does have a PD assignment attached to it, you will notice that light blue box at the bottom of that page. And inside that box, there are links to get to the completion of that assignment. So for this one, this is going to be a discussion prompt. So I click on the link. It takes me to my discussion page where I will type in my response. Please remember, after you've typed in your response, use the browser back arrow to navigate back to your previous page in Canvas. So after I've typed it in, I click next and I go on to my next assignment. This one, which is your introduction into SNAP, has an assignment that's attached to it as well. I'm going to click on the assignment page, but this is something that you're going to have to upload and turn in. So if I click submit assignment, here I'll be able to turn in my file. And I'm just going to go back again, leave this page. And then I'll go to next. And this one I don't think has an assignment attached to it. But remember, if it does not have an assignment attached to it, we still want you to look at the lesson plans. We want you to look at the overview. That way you'll get an idea of how the assignments you are doing fit in the context of everything and how your students are going to actually go through the unit. So let me get back to our presentation here. All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is binary numbers. So we're going to create a flippy-do. So I hope you have your supplies handy, your scissors, your paper, your markers. After we do this, we're going to go into breakout groups right after our morning call. And then you're going to write your first program, the world's famous Hello World, which is a rite of passage in the programming community. After we write our program, we're going to look at some other lesson plans, and then we're going to go and do some pixelation widgets in code.org. We'll do a black and white image using binary and also do a color pixelation widget. We'll look at some more lessons, and then we'll go back and we'll do a text compression widget from code.org, which is so much fun. This can really get competitive in your classroom because your students are going to want to see who has the best compression rate as you go through this widget. And then that's going to be the morning. And then we'll shift to the afternoon. We'll look at Unit 2, the internet. For this unit, we're going to start off by doing a drawing of what you think or what your students think the internet is and how it works, so we can kind of get a baseline of what they already know. After that, we're going to shift back to code.org and we're going to look at their internet simulator. Then at the end of the day, we're going to party like it's 1999. We're going to watch a video called Warriors of the Net, which was made in 1999. And this is going to end basically with a celebration day. So Units 1 and Unit 2 are about 2 weeks long. After they get done with everything, we're going to have a celebration in which they're going to watch that. They've learned so much. They've done so many things. And so we're going to party with Prince. They're going to watch this video, which comes along with the guided notes about what the internet was like in 1999. You know, last century, before they were born, ancient times to them. So we're going to watch the video, and after that, we're going to get back together so we can close out the day. Even if you haven't finished any assignments, we really need you on that call, and then you could work later on after that. So that is going to be day 1. So I am so excited for you to join in and learn everything that is going to be available for you. Please remember to contact your facilitators if you have any questions, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.